What's going on, everyone? What is poppin'? I am back with some more WBE. This is week 9, and there's only, I think, week 9 and 10 left before playoffs, so hopefully we can end it off strongly with a couple more wins and get that #1 seed to win the regular season. Now, as you can see, I have a very unique Skuntank set here. I've been really enjoying how creative I can be with Skuntank in this league, and because of that, let's do a Dynasty Outplay. I'd like to hear from each and every one of you. Please tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Dark-type Pokemon? I think there are more Dark types than Poison types and a lot more unique ones, so I want to know what's your favorite Dark-type Pokemon, because Skuntank has been a lot of fun, and Dark types in general are really cool, so I look forward to hearing from you all, as usual. Now, this week we're up against my buddy James Beck, and he's actually known more for VGC than singles. However, in this league he's doing really, really well. He's I think he's already locked in for playoffs too, so this match is going to be a potential playoff match as well, so I definitely didn't want to bring the best sets that I could, but I wanted to bring some heat, and I think Nasty Plot Skuntank can do that. But let's talk about his team. He's bringing a team of Amoonguss, Clefairy, Conkeldurr, Corviknight, Alolan Exeggutor, Froslass, Oranguru, Raboot, Rhyperior, Rotom Wash, and Umbreon. So a bit of a bulkier team than we have faced previously, I think, in other matches that we've had this season. He's got a lot of bulk on his team. Does still have some offensive presence, like Conkeldurr is a difficult mon to switch into with the coverage that it has, so we got to play around that really well. I know that he's been using more offensive Froslass in this league, so that's another thing we got to watch out for. Rotom can either be a defensive pivot or a Nasty Plot user, and also Rhyperior is a huge threat too, because that thing can just do a lot of damage with potential setup or just being able to hit hard right off the bat. And then I guess also another notable mention is Raboot. That thing can still hit pretty hard with Libero, but still I think we have options to deal with it. Now his defensive options are really great. Overall, he has Corviknight, he has Amoonguss, he has Rotom, he has Umbreon as well. I don't think Umbreon's going to make an appearance though, because we have some really good setup options to take advantage of it, so I don't think he'll bring that. But if he does, then that's all the better for us, really. So I think he'll just bring a team of Rotom, Corviknight, Conkeldurr, probably Amoonguss, and then Rhyperior and Froslass, I think, will be the 6 that he's bringing. But we'll see, when the battle starts, if I get that right or not. But that's what I figured what he will probably want to bring. And so our first Pokemon here is going to be Skuntank. Let's take a look at this Nasty Plot set here. Very nasty set versus him. With 3 attacks, we have the coverage to basically 2-hit KO, at least 2-hit KO everything on his team after a Nasty Plot. With the special attack that we have, we're able to do just that. And with Shuca Berry, this thing also becomes a Pokemon that can stay in versus Rhyperior, because Rhyperior would want to click Earthquake or something to knock this out, but Shuca will let us live any set with the defense that we have. We'll be able to even take hits from a hit from offensive Rhyperior. So that's great. And Flamethrower can destroy Corviknight and Amoonguss and stuff, Sludge Bomb and Dark Pulse for essentially everything else. Now, this set I think will put in a lot of work, but we have some other fun sets, and so I'll show you guys what that is here. We have Centiskorch, which is there for the purpose of getting substitutes off behind Amoonguss or I guess Clefairy and stuff. With the Spadef here and the HP, we were able to ensure that substitute doesn't get broken by a Sludge Bomb from Amoonguss, and that's amazing. Now, Fire Lash can, of course, destroy that as well as Corviknight and things. We have Knockoff that can get rid of items, because Knockoff I figured is going to be great in this matchup. He'll want to probably switch out of Centiskorch a lot. And so getting rid of items from stuff like Rotom, from any other potential switching like Rhyperior, maybe knocking off a berry or something, and then Power Whip is great because it destroys Rhyperior. It'll also do a lot of damage to the Rotom as well. And I guess those are really the 2 that I have it for, but those are kind of the 2 that check Centiskorch really well, so having a coverage like that will be very essential, I feel. And enough speed, I think, to outrun. I set it for max speed Conk, Adamant Nature, because I know a lot of sets can run that potentially. And yeah, overall 3 attacks plus sub can I think work really well, and it can also tank a Hydro Pump from Rotom too. So that's another fun fact with this set. I don't even think a Volt Switch from Rotom will break its sub either, so that's great. Then we have a Dragapult here. I'm bringing a Sub Will-O-Wisp, Hex, and Draco Meteor set. There's another set that I really want to bring if we do rematch. I won't bring it in this match because I don't want to reveal it. It's a really fun set though, but this set I think is going to be very effective because Will-O-Wisp, his team, is very weak to status, or very prone to status, because Hex just hits a lot of stuff, like versus Amoonguss, easy to KO. Versus potential Flame Orb Conkeldurr, it's going to burn itself. We can just click Hex then. Corviknight does not appreciate it. Even like Rotom, Rhyperior, and stuff like that. The only thing we gotta watch out for is, I guess, Synchronize for Umbreon. Synchronize can bounce back the status on us, even though he'll get the status too. But that's why I kept like Heal Bell Lantern in the back there. But I think this Dragapult is gonna be fantastic. Enough speed to outrun Frostlass. That's the thing about his team, like his speed tiers, his fastest Mon without a Choice Scarf is Frostlass, so it's easy to invest in special attack and a little bit of bulk here and there. This also survives an Ice Beam from like Sash Frostlass too, which is another fun fact. But yeah, sub Wisp with Infiltrator, so he can't really sub because of Infiltrator. This thing becomes a huge threat. Then yeah, Togekiss here with Serene Grace, so we don't really use that with Air Slash in this scenario, but with Flamethrower it could be nice for the potential burn chance. I only think I need Dazzling Gleam and Flamethrower here because it hits at least everything neutrally, and Dazzling Gleam still, I think, 2-hit KOs Rhyperior, or most Rhyperior sets it'll 2 to 3-hit KO, but it'll do a lot of damage to everything. Like even Rotom trying to switch in takes a lot of damage too. From an offensive Togekiss, which I forgot what I made it faster than, but I think I made it faster than maybe max speed like Corviknight or something. I forgot what I did for this one, but yeah, it's a good amount of speed. This thing is my main form of dealing with Conkeldurr, because Conkeldurr gets absolutely shredded by an offensive Dazzling Gleam, and Flamethrower can easily 2-hit KO Corviknight depending on the set, or 3-hit KO with risk of burn on him, so he'll probably want to avoid clicking Roost too many times. But I figured this would be the best defogger for the team, as it is. You already know it is the best defogger. And because I'm bringing Nasty Plot on Skuntank, I wanted to bring Defog on this team, because he has the option of spike stacking with Frostlass and stuff. Safety Goggles Bronzong prevents Spore. It is immune to Spore, so this is my main sleep switch into Amoonguss. It also gets up rocks, and Iron Defense can, with Body Press, destroy a lot of his team with, you know, Conkeldurr and I guess Rhyperior, Umbreon even too as well. Maybe Corviknight if it's not like a bulk upset. All in that category, destroyed by Iron Defense Body Press. And even I guess the Raboot will probably get shredded by the Body Press. Heavy Slam is also great too because it will deal with Clefairy and it does some decent damage to Amoonguss and stuff too. And finally Lantern, which is Heal Bell, good pivot for the team. Shuca Berry as well for the Rhyperior, Volt Switch Scald and stuff, and enough speed to outrun. I think the same as, not the same as Centiskorch. I think for max speed Rhyperior, if I'm not mistaken. Or, no, I think I did this one for Rhyperior and this one for Conkeldurr. Yeah, I think that's what I did for the speed tiers. But overall, it's great because it also is a valuable switch into Rotom. So that's another option there. But that's going to be the team. Let's hop into this game. I'm excited to showcase this team. And excited to face our opponent here. So we'll get right into that and I'll cue into the game once it begins. Alright, so here are the teams. We actually DC'd before turn 1 began, so we're going to do the same leads, but essentially, he has Rotom, Conkeldurr, Umbreon, Frostlass, Amoonguss, and Corviknight. Pretty surprised he didn't bring Rhyperior, but I'm pretty glad about it as well. He has some big threats. I'm also surprised that Umbreon came. I think Conkeldurr and Frostlass are going to be his main offensive pressure on his team. Rotom is a great pivot. Amoonguss is a excellent regenerator pivot. I think the safety goggles will come into play here. So I'm just going to lead with Dragapult. I figured Dragapult lead because he could either lead Rotom, Conkeldurr, or Frostlass. 2 out of the 3 are pretty good for Dragapult, I think. But yeah, let's get right into it. Very curious to see what sets he brings. And he is, of course, a potential playoff contender, so we might face him in playoffs, so I didn't want to bring the best team as usual. Just brought some pretty fun stuff, I would say. Hoping that Nasty Plot Skuntank can come through, which I think it can. Like, versus his team, Nasty Plot Skuntank looks really, really good. So it's going to be the Conkeldurr. So turn 1, I think I'm just going to go for the sub. I want to see if he has either Knockoff or Ice Punch, because both of those are great versus Dragapult, but one of them is good only versus Dragapult, not Togekiss. So I'm going to sub here. As he switches, nice, nice. Okay, this is really good. As he goes into Umbreon. So we're behind a sub. I don't exactly need to Will-O-Wisp this thing due to his Synchronize. I think what we can do is just drop a Draco, just to gauge the damage a bit. So we can get a nice sub off here. There's another Dragapult set that I want to bring if we face him again next time, but this one I think is still pretty good. Let's just drop a Draco. I'm sure he'll just go for like a Foul Play or something. So we get the nice Draco off here. Just want to gauge the damage, of course. And that does some pretty decent damage. Pretty decent, not gonna lie. So honestly, what we could do here is switch into, I think Togekiss should be fine. Alternatively, we can go Lantern as a pivot because we have Heal Bell. Because he might Toxic here. But I still think that going Togekiss is fine here because of the fact that his Umbreon is about a little over half. So I don't know if he wants to make an aggressive play here or try to heal his Umbreon. So this is kind of working out pretty well, I think. Let's see what he goes for. Baton Pass, okay, good momentum there. So he will get the switch into Rotom or Frostlass, I think, so let's see which one he opts to go into. I think it's going to be the Rotom, which we do have a Lantern for. He might, oh wait, he actually goes Frostlass, okay. Interesting switch here, he goes into the Frostlass. I think what we can do is, we can go into Lantern still, I think it's fine. Alternatively, we can go into the Heat Lord himself. Because it covers basically everything that Frostlass can do, I think. I don't know what set his Frostlass is going to be though. So I think this is fine for now. Goes for the spikes, okay. So we do have Defog, which is pretty good. Pretty good to know. We have Defog on our team. And here I think I'm just going to knock off. Get rid of any kind of item that he brings in, like from Conkeldurr for instance. Getting rid of the item there would be pretty ideal. Just to kind of see what item his Conkeldurr would have, because if it's not Flame Orb or something, if we knock off a Life Orb or something like that, it could be really solid for taking less damage from some of our other mons. I could have also subbed here, but I didn't want him to go Conkeldurr and then activate the Flame Orb. So I think knockoff on this turn is probably better. As he goes Rotom, so that's fine. We can go ahead and knock off this thing's item, and it's gonna be, ooh. Got rid of the leftovers. That did quite a bit of damage too, which I'm pretty happy about. I think we could go Lantern here for now. Go Lantern, and I think Volt Switch out is the play. As he actually doubles. Good play, good play. Into Corviknight. Although, still not bad for us because we can just Volt Switch out. He maybe was scouting for a Power Whip, which we do have, but we didn't have to go for just yet. So the spikes are going to be doing some decent work. I think we can still Volt Switch though. Pretty freely since he doesn't have a good response for it. So definitely want to see if we can defog, because the spike will be annoying for sure. Ooh, okay. So we got some good chip on that. And I think what we can do here is we could probably go Togekiss here. It kind of covers, well, because I don't think he's going for Iron Head. And Togekiss does have Flamethrower to pressure Corviknight. Let's see what he goes for though. Goes for U-turn. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So got some good chip on the Umbreon, on the Corviknight. I think Nasty Plot's Skuntank would look really good. We just have to get rid of the, or weaken the Conkeldurr, I should say. And maybe weaken the Rotom too. Goes into Frostlass here. Okay, that's fine. I still think we can go into our Centiskorch due to the fact that even if he gets up more spikes, he'll have to switch into it, and that's going to be tough for him, I feel. He goes for the Shadow Ball. Okay, so we'll take this pretty well, I think. I believe we will. Yeah, we took it well. Took it nice and well. Here, I think we can go for probably another knockoff here should be fine. Because his only switch, it seems, is Rotom. I don't want to Power Whip just in case he goes Corviknight or something. Or in case he Shadow Balls again. I think knockoff is the best play. So as long as we keep Togekiss around, that should be good. Skuntank is going to be great, I think, too. But we'll see what happens. Because he struggles to switch into to this thing, I think, just a little bit. Yeah, he's going to switch out here. So maybe I could have subbed, but I didn't want to weaken this thing too much. Yeah, he goes Corviknight, so this is fine. Because I think a knockoff plus a Fire Lash would take it out. Because we're going to get the max damage here, which is great. Knocked off his leftovers. I think a Fire Lash is the play now. Because this set here should be still faster than the Corviknight due to the fact that... Oh, he switches out, okay. Goes Rotom here. So got some good chip. I stand by the play of going back into Lantern here. We were weakening the Rotom and stuff really well. The Corviknight's already about half. The Umbreon's about a little over half. Let's see what he goes for. Hydros, okay, that's fine. We can probably still take this well. Yeah, we take it decently well. Kind of wish I had leftovers on this thing instead of Shaka, because he didn't bring the Rhyperior. Sort of a last second change. Because I made this team like literally before playing. Gonna Volt out. He'll probably go Amoonguss or something, I assume. Yeah, he goes Amoonguss. So actually what we can do is we could potentially go into, well, we could go Bronzong here to get up rocks, but I do want to defog before that. Could also go into our Centiskorch and sub, because I EV'd it, so unless he has Foul Play, I EV'd this Centiskorch to be able to not get its sub broken by a Sludge Bomb from no special attack Amoonguss. So I'm going to sub here. So let's see what he goes for. Sludge Bomb. Okay, so this shouldn't break, in theory. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful. That's amazing. So I think we could just Fire Lash here. Fantastic damage, very good. Wonder what his item is. So I don't think it's going to be Rocky Helmet, which is great. Oh, it is Rocky Helmet. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sub-faded here. Yep. Makes sense. Yo, imagine if I Power Whipped. That'd be like a fire play, but I think Knockoff is still better. As it does hit the Rotom decently well. Yo, but Power Whip would be kind of fire, though. Ooh, I really want to go for it. But I'll look stupid if he stays in. So I'm just going to knock here to get more damage. He could go back to Rotom too. Plus, like, oh, he goes Corviknight. Yeah, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. Okay, that's good damage. Can still Fire Lash here. Because all I gotta do is just Nasty Plot with Skuntank. Should deal with basically everything. So we know Froslass is Shadow Ball. Yeah, he just sacks this thing. Okay, good, good, good. Corviknight is gone. That is fantastic. Excellent, excellent. So Amoonguss actually took quite a bit of damage before. He's gonna go Froslass here. Probably is going to Shadow Ball, I assume. Don't have a lot of great switch-ins into that, so I think we have to sack this thing here. But we got rid of Corviknight with this, so that's pretty good. Yeah, he'll just Shadow Ball here. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So now what do we want to do? Honestly, I could go Skuntank here. I could also go into Dragapult. I don't know what set he is though, but I think I'm just going to go into Skuntank. Should be fine here for now. I'll want to defog though at some point, but I think this is good for now. Alright, don't DC. I wasn't the one that DC'd before. I hope everything's fine. Come on. This is not me. Come on, please. Please, Pokemon, go through. Yeah, alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we're back in it. We're back in it. Going Skuntank here. Took us a while to recreate, unfortunately. He told me that he has a 7-year-old laptop and some bad Wi-Fi. But this should be okay, I think. Because what we can do is just, I think just Nasty Plot here. My train of thought's a little scattered now from all the recreations. And I think my timer's a bit lower too, because we tried to recreate, but if it comes down to it, we'll do our best. Yeah, he's gonna switch out here. That's fine. Goes into Amoonguss. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this puts him in a bit of a predicament because I'm pretty sure a +2 flamethrower will knock this thing out. At least I hope. So let's flamethrower here. He could also go Rotom here, but I don't know if he would. So we got the Nasty Plot Skuntank here. Now he's got to think about this turn. That is for sure. Get the nice flamethrower off. Does this thing go down? Let's see. Gone. Nice, nice. That's amazing. So we got rid of Amoonguss, which is quite fantastic. Amoonguss being gone is great. And honestly, we could even save Skuntank. I don't know what he's going to go into. Maybe Rotom or something. Could also knock out Rotom too. I mean, that's another option there. He's going to go actually Conkeldurr here. Weakening this might be nice too. Question is, I don't want to lose to Frostlass. I don't think we really can. I don't think we really can lose to Frostlass. I feel like we could just Sludge Bomb here. But keeping this as a check, I think is good. We could also go, let's just go Togekiss here. I think Togekiss is nice, because then we get a Dazzling Gleam off. Because he can't afford to not click a move for this thing, and I don't think he's going to go for any kind of coverage versus Togekiss. Yeah, he Drain Punches. Perfect, perfect. So this works. That kind of did a little bit of damage. But I don't even think I need to defog. I just want to get Dazzling Gleam off damage. Get some good damage off on this thing. Because Rotom gets knocked out from the range it's at. Frostlass is going to take a lot of damage. Yeah, this thing's going to take a lot. So get that big Gleam off. That's awesome. So now what we want to do is... I don't know if we should go hard Skuntank here. Bronzong doesn't seem as useful in this matchup right now. So I think we can just go into Bronzong here. I don't think we need it. Amoonguss is gone, so it's all fine. He goes to the Ice Beam here. Nice, nice. Pretty sure we can live a Shadow Ball too. So this is going to be great. That did quite a bit of damage though. Like, not gonna lie. Did quite a bit of damage. I could get Rocks up here. Alternatively, I could Heavy Slam. Or I could Iron Defense. I think I am just going to get some chip with the Slam. If he goes Rotom, we get chip on that. He goes Conk. So this should do some decent damage. What I think we should do here is we could get rocks up here. I like rocks. Because I was sacking this thing anyways, so if we get rocks here, that can chip down the Umbreon. He Ice Punch is predicting Toge. Nice, nice. So we predict that. Get those rocks up. And that's going to pressure the Frost Ice a lot. Like, a lot. I'm going to Body Press here, I think is the play. Alternatively, I can Iron Defense, but I'm not sure if he's locked in or not. I'll just Body Press in case I live. Oh, is he locked in? That could be banded. That could be a potential choice band set. But we're getting damage off. I'm gonna Heavy Slam here. So Conk getting super weak is amazing. I mean, I could have Iron Defense too, but I didn't think it's worth it. I think just chipping this thing down as much, yeah, like for example, Frozen. Oh, Thought Out. Nice, nice. Yo, that made my heartbeat like skip for a second. So now this thing is in range of us being able to knock it out easily with our mons. He goes Umbreon here. Oh. So ooh, okay. This is not bad because he takes the rocks chip. Body Press here is gonna do quite a bit. Yeah, that does quite a bit. Indeed, indeed. He has a berry though. Interesting, a Wiki Berry. What's the play here? I think Iron Defense is the play. Yeah, he's gonna try to Wish Baton Pass, I think. So now the question becomes, what's a bigger threat, Froslass or Rotom? Froslass I think is definitely a bigger threat, and I feel like he might just go hard into it. We could Heavy Slam here predicting Froslass to come in, but he also has rocks and stuff too. He might go Rotom too. Ooh. I think I'm gonna Body Press here, either way. He'll Baton Pass out. So it's whether we get the right call or not. Because I think he might just go, yep, Rotom, Rotom. Yep, we got the right call. And I think this gets knocked out here by the Body Press. Yeah, we called it. That's amazing. The Froslass actually might be Choice Scarf or Choice Locked. I'm seeing the way he's playing with it. He spikes before, switches out immediately, Shadow Balls, and then switches out immediately. I think he might be Choice Locked. If not, then Dragapult's faster and probably can just win the game at this point in time. Because his Umbreon is chipped decently. Might be in range of another Draco. And I told him if because of the roll, I think Umbreon had a little bit more HP before. That he would probably sack it if it went down to like 1 or 2 HP. Yeah, I just Body Press here for sure. Knockoff, let's see how much this does. That is going to take us out. I think he's Choice Banded. Pretty sure he is. Knocked off my safety goggles. Hope you like that item. Let's, yep, we go Togekiss here. Now that Rotom's gone, we can use Lantern as a sack. So that's quite nice. I'm just going to Gleam here. It's our best move. We'll probably get rid of Conk. Or if he sacks Umbreon, we'll get rid of that. I feel like he might need Conk for some offensive pressure, but maybe not. I think this is probably Choice Banded Conkeldurr. Or he's Life Orb. He can't be Life Orb, otherwise he would have taken damage there. Yeah, so he's going to sack. Beautiful. So this Mon is gone. So we got to think about the best way to take out the rest of his team. Froslass comes out here. Yep, he can't switch out anymore. So what we can do here is I believe we can go into Lantern. Yeah, let's look at Lantern here. I want to keep Togekiss around because it is pretty good versus the Umbreon. Let's see what he goes for. Ice Beam, okay, that's fine. That looks like Choice Specs to me, actually. That kind of damage looks very Specsy. So, because I think he's Choice Specs, we're going to go into Dragapult here. I think he's Specs. That did quite a bit to Lantern. It did quite a bit. But if I make a misplay here, then differential will be a little closer, but that's fine. Yeah, that damage looks like Specs. Yeah, it is definitely Specs, I think. So we'll knock this out. Last Pokemon is going to be the Umbreon, and I think a Draco should take it out. If not, then Nasty Plot Skuntank can. That's pretty cool. We started out with the Dragapult, Dracoing the Umbreon, ending off with the Dragapult, I think going to be Dracoing the Umbreon. Yeah, that's going to knock it out. That's definitely in range. So let's Draco here. Came in a full circle. So I'm glad it worked out. I was a bit tilted from the disconnections and stuff because it took us about an hour to recreate. Or to get back to where we were. A lot of technical difficulties. But we came through with a nice 3-0 victory. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And check out James, good friend of mine, and he has some great content as well. A lot of VGC content and Draft League content. I'm glad he's getting into singles with this stuff because it's really fun. Draft League is just so much fun. But yeah, GG, it's Envy. We are now, I think, what, 8-1 in the league right now. So one more week. Last week we're gonna be taking on my boy Moet. So depending on how we do for that match, will I guess depend on who we face in the playoffs round 1. So I got to think about it. Do I want to who do I want to face and stuff? So we'll have to see about that. But yeah, this was a pretty solid game overall. I'm glad that Nasty Plot Skuntank got to shine a little bit, and overall the whole team did really well. Even Bronzong like gave him trouble too. I didn't think it was gonna do that because I was just gonna sack it, but Bronzong was like, nah, let me show you what I got. But yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. We're on the road to 50K as well. So yeah, that's going to be it. I'll see you guys on the next video, and peace.